Hello there. Now, as you may know, Lexus has been for many years now championing electrification through its hybrid mobility offerings, including in the Philippines, before it became fashionable to do so. While other auto brands were just getting into the space, Lexus was already clearly and strategically willful in putting out hybrids. For the ES sedan, this began in 2012 with the model's 6th generation. Soon enough, largely without much fanfare and noise, the brand found itself as the de facto champion of the format, particularly in the Philippines where Lexus today is the leading premium marque in terms of sales. We're now here at Estancia La Jolla in San Diego, California for the Lexus ES International Press Launch event, the very first time this much-awaited model is being fully revealed and driven. Let's take a look at what the new model offers and what it means in the bigger scheme of things for this premium brand moving forward in a world now even more ready for electrification. I'm Cap Maceda Aguila. Welcome to Unkapped. The main idea behind the Lexus ES is clean tech and elegance, bestowing the vehicle with a minimalist yet attractive look, said to be drawn from a concept car revealed in the 2023 Japan Mobility Show, the LF-ZC concept. Now, versus the outgoing generation, the all-new ES is larger in all aspects. It's 165 millimeters longer at 5,140 mm, wider by 55 mm at 1,920 mm, and taller by 110 mm for the HEV, which is 1,555 mm, and by 115 millimeters for the BEV at 1.560 mm. Wheelbase length has grown by 18 millimeters to 2,950 mm. In a statement, Lexus said that the all-new ES marks a significant step forward in the company's electrification journey as the first model to feature a fully electrified and diverse lineup. It's not surprising for Toyota's premium brand to espouse an identical so-called multi-pathway approach to a carbon-free society, never forcing solutions upon customers but, and I quote, evolving thoughtfully alongside them, end quote. Now, Lexus says it aims for living room-like comfort and relaxation, or workspace productivity, in the ES. The overriding theme is to interpret the concept of Tezuna, the Japanese word for a horse's reins, through the twin themes of clean tech and elegance and timeless luxury. It's about enabling a driver to form a relationship between him and the vehicle, much like, yes, a rider and a horse. Now, as applied by Lexus engineers, this means distilling things into what's important, dispensing with extraneous clutter. Lexus gives the ES its largest display yet, an all-new 14-inch full high-definition touchscreen. Significantly, it features so-called multi-domain information at a glance. Meanwhile, the latest version of Lexus Connect boasts quadruple the processing speed and 8 times the memory storage capacity versus the outgoing system. Your content will find expression through a 17-speaker Mark Levinson premium surround sound system. The speakers get illuminated grills for enhanced effect. There's also an available 10-speaker audio system by Denso 10. The legible 12.3-inch instrument cluster gets 6 layout options, which drivers can change through a steering wheel mounted control. I think this is just delicious. A head-up display has also been optimized to give the driver greater view vis-a-vis the line of sight. Lexus goes sustainable luxury with a vegan leather-wrapped 3-spoke steering wheel with the Lexus logo type at the center. Paddle shifters behind it can, depending on the variant, either select gears or change the level of regenerative brake force. Most importantly, the Lexus ES debuts what Lexus dubs as responsive hidden switches. On the left side of the steering wheel, these control the multimedia, and on the right, they take care of driving assist functions. On the instrument panel, when the hand nears the surface like so, a sensor illuminates controls for climate and infotainment. When pressed, these buttons give tactile feedback to confirm their operation. The ES also employs an electro-shiftmatic shift-by-wire system said to promise ease of use while preventing accidental shifts, while the Lexus Climate Concierge orchestrates air conditioning and seat heating or ventilation for an optimal, consistent experience. Now, as you can see, the ES seats have been radically reimagined as well, featuring a 3-dimensional design with split construction said to allow for easier ingress and egress. This upper structure right here improves shoulder blade support. It feels good. And the seat allows the occupant to sink more comfortably into the well-bolstered structure. This is, of course, perfect for those dynamic drives. Engineers studied the positioning of the seat versus the steering wheel and improved them in pursuit of, yes, you guessed it, Tazuna. One of the highlights is the customizable ambient illumination with 3 lighting scenes that lend to a sense of drama and ambiance to the cabin, working with the patterns and materials used within. Even in this area, Lexus engineers put on their thinking caps to come up with innovative executions and palettes. Lexus developed a bamboo-inspired layering technique to accentuate the ES cabin using Japanese 3D printed Viscotex technology. And Lexus completes the sensorial experience within through lighting, sound, and yes, even fragrances. Now, let's take a look at the rear seats. All right, now, in the second row, all right, now let me scooch here. Now, in the second row, there's a lot of leg room. Happy to report that. Elbow room and headroom as well. And of course, one of my favorite features about the second row is that actually, if there is a panoramic sunroof, for me, it's important for a vehicle to have a panoramic sunroof, not just to flex, but it actually heightens the sense of space, particularly for occupants in the second row. So, what else do we have here? We have 2 charge points, USB-C charge points on the left and on the right, and you have your air vents here as well. You have this sort of slot where you can put in, I don't know, sheets of documents and stuff. And I also love the hazel finish here, which serves to even heighten the look of the simulated bamboo over here. Rear occupants will also enjoy having this center armrest. And this one features some controls for the seat as well, and even the blinds. So yeah, and then you have more space over here, plus 2 more charge points. So there's a total of 4 charge points in this particular variant. This is, of course, one of the fully electrified models. Now, viewed from the side, you can better appreciate what Lexus calls a single motion silhouette to stress the low center of gravity in the ES. A smooth curve ends in a fastback-like rear for a lessened coefficient of drag. Adding some dynamism to the look is this sort of cladding right here, finished by a glossy black material, which is supposed to make the vehicle look slimmer. As for the wheels, depending on the variant, the ES will get 18-inch, 19-inch, or 21-inch alloys. Asian markets will not get the 18-inch wheels though. Take note of that. Now here in the rear, that lower profile effect is again in full display in the ES. So these lines here and over there, they serve to widen the look as well as give it more gravitas. An unbroken lighting strip features the Lexus typography on top and dispenses with the L logo. Now this ends with the LFZC inspired tail lamps, and then you have a simple rear diffuser below that keeps with a minimalist look. Now while we're here, let's open the trunk. Now Lexus says this trunk, without a spare tire, can swallow up to 4 9.5-inch golf bags or 2 86-liter suitcases. With a spare, that number is 3 golf bags or 2 suitcases, an 86-liter and a 75-liter. Lexus insists this is class-leading. All right, so I'm sitting pretty in the second row of the all-new Lexus ES 350e, while being driven by no less than Yvette Fernandez of Rob Report, who has ended her, how do we call it? Streak of not driving, which dates back, which stretches how many years?
34 years.
34 years, ladies and gentlemen, yes. So we are so glad, me and Mike Santos of Lexus, we are glad to be here when that streak has been broken.
Everybody's overtaking me.
That's okay. That's okay. So yes, she's feeling increasingly confident behind the wheel of this Lexus because hey, it's a Lexus, and she's driving in San Diego. So I guess the key to making Yvette drive is to take her out of the country and put her in a premium car.
Actually,
I love the white colorway of this model. There are three color options available. The thing is though that this may be, well, I believe this will be the most high maintenance of the three because simply because it's white. Even the seat belts are white, and I think that's a very great touch. Um, right away, we see how the NVH or noise, vibration, and harshness levels are diminished compared to uh, the previous or the other ES that we tried a while ago, the 350H, which is a hybrid, of course, simply because it's driven, or this one's driven by an electric motor. But again, there's lots of room in the second row. So far, I'm enjoying my stay in the second row. So we're aboard the higher variant among the two battery electric vehicle models of the all-new Lexus ES. This is the ES 500E. Okay, so the main difference with the 350 is that this one is all-wheel drive, and you will also notice some more premium touches on the vehicle. And so yeah, basically this is the top tier for the ES in the electrified category. Now, once again, we mentioned that we may have this in the Philippines, but that's not yet a certainty. What is certain is that we'll be having the hybrid version or the 350H within the year. So yes, you heard that right. Within the year, the 350H, the ES 350H will be making its way to the Philippines. So those of you on the lookout for an upgrade from your vehicle, whether it is an ICE, hybrid, or whatnot, you deserve to take a look. Yes, I'm saying that right. You deserve to take a look at the 350H. We definitely like its levels of comfort and refinement. If you're not a fan of sedans, I think you need to take a look at this because it might just change your mind because the level of comfort aboard it, and I've basically tried the passenger seat, the driver's seat, and the back seat, all sterling experiences. So yeah, so we will enjoy the rest of our time behind the wheel of the ES 500E. Again, it's a full electric vehicle. And yeah, that's it for now. See you guys in a bit. Now, as I've said in the beginning, the ES will now reflect the multi-pathway approach of Lexus toward carbon neutrality. To this end, there will be, for the first time, a battery electric version of the model through the ES350 and ES500E. The former getting front-wheel drive and total system output of 224 horses, the latter bestowed with all-wheel drive and total system output of 343 horsepower. The 350E gets a 77 kilowatt battery and is obviously designed for range, 530 kilometers if you're curious. The 500E is more for performance, with a 75 kilowatt hour battery and a decent 480 kilometers of range. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour for the 350E is 8.2 seconds. The 500E musters the feat in a scant 5.7 seconds. Now, The question is, which do you prefer, 6 or 7? I'm just kidding. Which do you prefer, the hybrid version or the all-electric versions? Yes, two of them. If you're talking Lexus, they already have two battery electric vehicles. That's of course the UX and the RZ. So is there space perhaps for this segment in the Philippines for the ES? My guess is yes, because there are still a lot of people who love the sedan format. Because of course, nothing beats the comfort of a sedan. So from here at the Estancia La Jolla in San Diego, California, United States, this is Cap Maceda Aguila for Uncapped. I shall see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.